There's ladles, dishes, a chopping board, and a knife all scattered around. All signs of just how much of a panic there must have been when the explosion happened. Making sure not to step on anything sharp, I crouch down and hide myself behind the bar.
これで少しは時間を稼げるはず。ライトを消して。
Reina covers my MRD with both her hands as she whispers that to me. I turn off my flashlight, leaving the emergency light at the entrance the sole remaining source of illumination. It gives off a dull light, barely brightening the room at all. The darkness in the station is so dense, it feels like it could crush me. The sound of Reina breathing softly next to me serves to remind me that I'm not alone.
今日のあいつは、なんだかこれまでと様子が違って見えたな。
I quietly muttered to Reina, trying to shake off my uneasiness. It's like Sigma's able to teleport now. He's there 1 second and gone the next. He can't, unfortunately, teleport out of the way of a dictionary. His movements are just too fast. I'm not sure if it's because it's too dark to see him properly, or if it's... Reina nods silently.
不思議な動きをしていたわね。突然消えたり、現れたりしているように見えた。
あれが奴の持つ能力、ということか。
可能性はある。
His special skill. I still haven't been able to figure out how to use mine, but he's already mastered his. There's a massive difference in skill between us.
そうなると、やっぱり正面から戦おうというのは無謀ね。
そうだな。
I let out a small sigh. Then a moment later, I hear it. The sound of footsteps in the hallway outside. Reina and I exchange glances. Thud. Thud. It looks like he's recovered enough to be walking around again. His footsteps echo loudly throughout the station. He's purposefully making them loud in order to provoke us. He wants to lure us in. Please don't come this way. Please don't come this way. I hold my breath and pray. Thud. Thud. My prayer must have been heard, since his footsteps finally start to fade away. I'm about to breathe a sigh of relief when I catch myself. Sigma's still here. It's not over yet. I whisper to Reina as quietly as possible.
シグマのやつ、何か情報を持っているような口ぶりだったな。
そうね。シグマが一番の情報源でしょ。何としても引き出したいところね。
But is that even possible? Can we even defeat a guy like that?
無理だ。そんなことは。
Reina shakes her head when she hears my griping.
不可能じゃないわ。とても難しいことだけれど。今は向こうのペースに乗せられてる。なんとか隙を生むしかないわね。
けど、一体どうやって？
Reina puts a hand on her chin and thinks.
ヒロキの言う通り、シグマは様子が違った。前に会った時と違って。それはなぜ？体調？いえ、前も様子は同じだった。なら、環境。この前とここの環境の違いは何？
おい、レイナ。
Reina looks back up to me after pondering for a while.
ねえ、ヒロキ。一つ試してみたいんだけど。
なんだ？
Reina brings her lips to my ears. The plan she lays out is one hell of a gamble.
勝算はあるのか？
そうね。なるべくあなたが時間を稼いで、うまく誘導してくれれば。
At the very least, it sounds like Reina's run through this in her head a few times. Reina nods with a quiet confidence. I lock eyes with her and nod back.
わかった。その賭けに乗ろ
I'll put my faith in Reina's plan.
待って。賭けにはしないで。あなたの判断で危険だと思った時には作戦を放棄して逃げるのを優先して。
う。大丈夫だ。葵さんを連れ戻さなきゃならないんだ。慎重にやる。
I promised Serrano I'd come back alive. I won't die here. We'll all come back safe and sound to meet again.
そうね。最善を尽くしましょう。
Reina looks straight at me and nods one last time.
武器がいるな。
I hope he uses a ladle.
これでいいか。
I pick... Oh, okay, I guess a knife's pretty dangerous. I pick up a knife that's laying on the bar counter. I hide it in my jeans pocket to retain the element of surprise. Reina starts making her way to the tables, still crouched low to the ground. I quietly follow after her. What's the plan? Whisper, whisper, whisper.
あとは
You know,
奴
that
が
is a
どこ
good
にいるかだ
plan.
な。
Reina cuts me off. As I fall silent, I hear the faint noise of shoes scraping across the ground. Looks like he's back. He seems to have realized we didn't leave yet. He's sharp. His footsteps get closer. One step, then another, then another. Eventually his feet stop. Right in front of the soup store. Silence blankets the station once more.
どうしたんだ。
Suddenly, a thunderous roar that shakes me to my very bones. I barely manage to keep myself from crying out in surprise. The noise doesn't stop. He's smashing the glass wall apart. How does he know? The uneven rhythm of his blade slicing into the glass screeches into my ears. I grit my teeth and bear it. Reina, too, knits her eyebrows, but doesn't make a sound. He hits the wall over and over, and each time the glass looks like it's about to give way completely. He must know we're hiding in here by now. He has to know, and now he's just having fun tormenting us while we hide. It was like this before, too, when he opened his arms and dared me to attack him. Sigma wants us to fight back so he can thoroughly defeat us before he kills us. When I realize that, my anger starts to bubble up.
ヒロキ。
I feel the prickling sensation of electricity running through my stomach. My blood starts boiling. Our lives are worth even less than dirt to Sigma. You jerk! I feel power start to build up in my arm. My whole field of vision begins to go red.
レイナ、ガラス、割るぞ。
I stand and pick up a chair and throw it at the glass wall with all my might. With a deafening crash, the glass shatters and flies everywhere.
何？
Sigma yells in surprise. Riding this sudden new wave of energy, I jump out of the hole I made in the wall. Okay, this is kind of a cool picture. I like this one. Sigma's right outside the soup store. His sharp gaze pierces through me. He must have sliced apart the chairs that flew out. There's splinters of wood all around his feet.
逃げたわけではなかったか。
当然だ。
その心意気は褒めてやろう。だが、何か企んでいるようだな。
Sigma declares confidently, certain that he's seen through us. The edge of his lips curve upwards into a sneer. Even he's not stupid enough to think we didn't strategize at all with the time we bought. I stare straight at Sigma and yell loudly.
レイナ、逃げろ！
With my words as a signal, Reina leaps out of the hole I made in the glass wall. She starts running down the hallway towards the entrance of the station.
おい、あの女は。
Sigma moves to try and attack her, but I spread both my hands out to stop him.
ほっとけよ。お前の相手は俺だろう。
なるほど。いい度胸だ。
Sigma returns his gaze to me. That's the ticket. Keep your eyes on me.
今度こそ貴様の本気が見られるんだろうな。
He's just like, yeah, I want to see this random kid fight me while I slice his arms off one by one. Although then again, I guess he has seen us do that cool lightning attack, so maybe he's trying to goad us into doing it again. Sigma says condescendingly, trying to encourage my scared self, I utter a retort.
それはお前次第だ。
ここに来てまだそんな軽口を叩く余裕があるとはな。なら、見せてもらおう。
Cool. Yeah, give me some good music. Sigma kicks off the ground and charges at me. The force of his leap is so strong, dust clouds twirl in its wake. Okay, yeah, this music's pretty cool. Some of the music so far has been a little generic, but this one's kind of neat. I like this one. It sounds like someone just shot a bullet. The distance between us is around 4 meters. But it might as well be nothing for how fast Sigma closes in. An instant later, Sigma's right arm comes into my field of view. I swiftly backstepped and just barely avoid his swing. He must have read my reaction. Sigma quickly attacks again. Sigma leaks forward again, closing the gap I'd created with my backstep. Wait, hold on. I just saw it right before I ended. Sigma. He pulls his arm back and slashes down diagonally this time. They really got worse with the typos as they went on, didn't they? His wide swing is easily able to reach out all the way towards me. However, the moment my feet hit the ground, I take an even bigger backstep. Sigma's heavy slash only grazes my nose. Man, we're really good at, like, almost, getting absolutely murdered, but, like, not. Sigma spits out, not bothering to hide his disdain. I regain my balance, and carefully continue to back away. That tingling feeling of electricity flowing in the pit of my stomach never stops. This is it. This feeling that means my power's working. I can see Sigma's movements a little better now. Sigma mutters softly. The next instant, Sigma's body starts to sway a little and then disappears into the darkness. He did it again. He's coming. His voice leaps out from behind me. He got around me. Chills run down my spine. I drop to the ground as fast as possible. His blade swings horizontally through the spot I was in a moment ago. The slash so powerful, it cuts the air itself. He clicks his tongue. He only managed to cut a few of my hairs. Once again, cut some of your hairs, but you're okay. I don't even have the time to be terrified at how close to death I was. I need to put some distance between us again. Still on the ground, I tumble forward to try and escape from Sigma. He swings his blade down at me as he yells. Sigma's arm grazes my left leg. Even though it only grazed it, it's still cut pretty deep. Blood pours down my leg. I let out an involuntary groan at the pain. Sigma seems to be even angrier at seeing me in such a pathetic state.
どうした？ 立ち上がれ。
Holding my left leg, I stand up. Then dragging my left leg along, I head towards the station exit.
また逃げる
He mutters softly and disappears again. I speed up and manage to at least make it outside the station building. However, Sigma's standing outside waiting for me.
お前いつの間に。
いい加減学習しろ。
Sigma's blocking the path out of the station. I quickly glance around to assess my situation. There has to be somewhere I can run to. There.
本気を出せ。力を見せろ。死ぬぞ。
Sigma dashes forward and raises his right arm blade. He kicks up clouds of dust again, which glint sharply in the moonlight, contrasting against the dark of the night. It's okay. I can still see his movements. I match my timing to the start of his swing and jump back with all my might. I managed to dodge, but he cut my hair again. But because my left leg is injured, I lose my balance and I make it. My foot catches on the slight elevation difference between my landing point and the space directly behind me, and I stagger backwards. The place I land is the event stage in the station plaza. I plant both feet firmly on what remains of the stage.
今度こそ追い詰めたぞ。
Sigma's impatience is clearly visible as he vanishes into the shadows again. I mustered every last drop of my strength to run all the way here to the event stage. Sigma appears again from the shadows right away, standing right in front of me, just as planned. He's standing right in the center of the event stage.
くそ。
残念だ。貴様とはもっと楽しい時が過ごせるものと思っていたが、買いかぶりすぎだったようだな。
His previous anger gone, he now just shrugs his shoulders sadly. However, he still raises his blade.
期待した分、腹立たしい。せめて、死に際で楽しませろ。
Sigma's cruel smile is clearly visible, even in the dim moonlight. As Sigma raises his blade up high, I shout as loudly as I can. Sigma's suddenly enveloped in a blinding white light.
なんだ
All of the stage lights turn on at once. Conveniently, this place has electricity? Alright. All of them pointed at Sigma. The light is so blinding, it feels as if it could wipe the very existence of darkness out of the world. The entire stage is bathed in this blindingly white light. Dazzling, sparkling, vibrant, exposing all that hides within the shadows.
Hiroki! Ima yo!
Reina shouts from far away, holding one of the spotlights. I charge Sigma. Oh. Now kiss. I ram full force into him, and we both tumble to the ground. With his eyes accustomed to the darkness, being hit by that much light at once must have blinded him completely. Sigma's too busy protecting his eyes with his arms to realize what I'm doing. I have one weakness. Seeing things and books.
消えてみろ、シグマ。
However, Sigma remains visible in the light. After knocking Sigma to the ground, I straddle... I pin his right arm blade down with my left leg, and his left shoulder with my right hand. I put my whole weight into it.
貴様、足の傷は。
言っただろう。お前次第で本気を見せてやるって。
My leg is already healed thanks to my power. I take the knife I grab back in the soup store out of my jeans pocket. I put the edge of it against Sigma's throat. Oh.
教えろ。葵さんはどこだ？
I turn all the pain I had to suffer at his hands into strength and hold him down. Sigma actually looks like he's suffering for once.
そうか。貴様の目的は最初からここに。
そうだ。お前をこの場所におびき寄せるためだ。光の中じゃ姿を消すことはできないんだろう。
Reina had deduced that Sigma's power might have something to do with shadows. Ah, okay, so it's not just that he's blinded. It's that the light works with the shadow thing, or his power works with the shadow, I should say. We've run into Sigma 2 times before. Of those 2 times, one was in a bright location, the other was in a dark one. The only time Sigma was able to appear and disappear at will was from the shadows of somewhere dark. So if we were able to remove the source of his power, the shadows, then we'd be able to restrain him. That was what Reina deduced. That was why I drew Sigma's attention and tried to buy time. Reina, meanwhile, was setting up the lights in the event stage to give us the opening we'd need to take Sigma down. That's why I avoided using more power than necessary, and lured Sigma over to the event stage while avoiding taking a fatal blow. Having finally understood the reason behind my actions, Sigma lets out a small sigh.
貴様の方が一枚上手だったということか。さっさととどめを刺せ。
殺したんじゃ意味がない。俺たちの目的は葵さんの居場所を知ることだけだ。お前のことは警察に引き渡す。
From the start, Reina and I had agreed that our goal wasn't to kill Sigma, because that would be bad. After all, we have to drag Oe-san's location out of him.
葵さんはどこだ？
そのうちわかる。それよりさっさと俺を殺せ。
だから言ってるだろ。お前を殺すことはない。
そこがお前の甘さだと言っているんだ。
Sigma's expression changes suddenly, confusing me. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Why is he staring at me so calmly?
そんな考え方では足元を救われる。今起こっている大きな流れを止めることなどできないぞ。よく考えろ。でなければ事態はお前の思い通りにはいかないだろう。なぜお前は俺と同じ。
Guess so. I guess we both have sharp things. With a strange noise, Sigma's words stopped there. Well, at least we didn't have to kill him. Someone else killed him. For a second, I don't realize what happened. But as I continue staring at Sigma's face, I notice it. There's a small hole in the center of his forehead. There's blood coming out the back of his head. I stand up and back away quickly. Sigma's eyes are staring up blankly, seeing nothing. I can't bring myself to avert my gaze from him.
なんだよ。
ひらき！今の何が？
Reina calls out to me as she runs up, and I'm finally able to tear my eyes away from him. When I look over at her, I see Reina's hands are clasped tightly together. She must be shaken too. Her hands are trembling. I try to stand between Reina and Sigma's corpse so she can't get a good look at it. But I'm unable to hide it completely. When she sees Sigma, Reina tightly grabs onto my sleeve.
誰がこんなことを。
Who would do such a thing? It's obvious, isn't it? Even though she asked, Reina probably knew.
誰だ？
I noticed someone on the staircase leading towards the bridge. The person who finished off Sigma is standing right over there. They're slowly coming towards us. Is she slow? Oh, is it Oe-san? Slowly walks onto the stage. The lighting illuminates her features. Gasp! Oe-san is standing there, a short distance away.
葵？
葵さん。よかった。 空野も心配してたんですよ。
葵、どこにいたの？私てっきり。
Oh, she's got a gun. Aoi-san slowly raises her right hand. When I see what it's holding, I gasp. It's a pistol. The muzzle glints dully in the light coming off the stage. I can feel the strength leaving my legs. I must have used up more of my power in that fight with Sigma than I thought. I try to brace my legs, but I'm unable to remain standing for long.
葵さん、どうしてそんなものを。
My knees sink to the cold ground as I stare at the gun in Aoi-san's hand. Was Aoi-san the one who shot Sigma just now? No, wait. The person who shot Sigma in the forehead must have been standing behind us. But Aoi-san appeared in front of us. And besides, there's no way you could aim between the eyes so perfectly like that from long distance with a pistol. While my thoughts are swirling around in my head, Aoi-san doesn't say a word. Please say something, Aoi-san.
Yike!
Suddenly I feel a sharp pain in the back of my head. When I turn back, I see some men in black suits. One of them is something pressed to the back of my neck. Ooh. Suddenly I feel a sharp pain run through my whole body. It was a stun gun. By the time I realized that, though, I've already fallen to the ground. As I thought, he must be the one who...
Hiroki!
I hear Reina shout my name. Pain surges through my stomach, then my head, then the rest of me as he continues pummeling me. The men silently continue to beat me up. My consciousness gradually starts to fade. Aoi-san, why? But even that question fades away with my consciousness. Well, I don't know what that means. I guess maybe we don't know what time it is. Maybe that's what that's supposed to tell us. Alright, well, we're 2 hours in. I think that's a good spot. I'm pretty sure we're getting close to the end, although I've said that quite a few times already, so maybe I'm entirely wrong, but I don't know how I'm feeling about the story at this point, to be honest. Like, it's cool. I still like sci-fi stuff. It appears to be some kind of, not necessarily like time travel, but people have like powers, which is kind of cool. That's a neat thing. But it's based more on, it's, at least from what I can tell, it seems to be based a little bit more on science rather than like magic, which has always been kind of the way I prefer these sort of things to go. You know, because magic, you know, just make it magic up, but science, like, no, you got a microchip that gives you lightning powers and healing abilities. Like, yeah, that's cool. I like that. So, you know what? I think it's all right. I'm enjoying it so far still. Guess we still have the ending to look forward to. Maybe that'll be bad, but anyway, I'm going to stop there. I hope you guys enjoyed, though. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for Memories Dogma Code 1. Bye.